Happiness in adversity, the only path to a healthy life. Life has a way of testing us. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, or how strong you think you are. Sooner or later, adversity will knock on your door, and it comes in many forms. Sometimes it's loss, sometimes it's rejection, sometimes it's illness, financial struggle, betrayal, or simply the weight of uncertainty. We often dream of a life where everything runs smoothly, where problems never appear. But the truth is, life doesn't work like that. Storms are part of the weather of existence, and just like we can't stop the rain or the thunder, we can't stop challenges from arriving. So the real question is not, how do I avoid adversity? The real question is, how do I live well, even when adversity is here? And the answer, surprisingly simple, yet deeply powerful, is this: by choosing happiness in the middle of it all. Happiness is not the absence of problems. Most people believe happiness comes when problems disappear, when the bills are paid, when the relationship is fixed, when health is restored, when success is achieved. We wait for happiness like it's a prize given at the end of a long journey. But think about it. Even when one problem is solved, doesn't another one show up? Even when things go right, isn't there still some new uncertainty, some new demand? If happiness depends only on everything outside us being perfect, then happiness will always stay fragile. True happiness, the kind that keeps us healthy, is different. It's not about escaping problems. It's about learning to breathe, smile, and stand tall while problems are still there. The cost of letting adversity define us. Let's pause for a moment and look at what happens when we don't do this. When adversity arrives and we give in fully to fear, anger, or despair, our body suffers. Stress hormones rise, sleep disappears, digestion slows, energy drops. Over time, our immune system weakens, our blood pressure rises, and even our brain chemistry shifts. Our mind suffers. We lose clarity. Every thought circles back to the problem. We stop seeing solutions and only see obstacles. Anxiety grows, depression lingers, and joy feels far away. Our relationships suffer. We pull back from people who care for us. Or worse, we lash out at them because we feel trapped inside our own pain. This is why happiness in adversity is not just about positive thinking. It's about survival, about keeping our body and mind from collapsing under the weight of stress. Choosing happiness is a skill. Now let's be clear. Being happy in the middle of hardship doesn't mean pretending everything is fine. It doesn't mean smiling while ignoring your pain. That's fake, and it doesn't last. What it really means is building an inner space where problems cannot fully control you. It's like having a calm center inside, a place you can return to no matter what storms are raging outside. This is a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned, practiced, and strengthened. Small steps toward inner happiness. So how do we do it? Step 1, acceptance. The first step is acceptance, not resignation, not giving up, but simply acknowledging reality. Saying to yourself, yes, this is happening. It's hard, but I am here and I will face it. Fighting reality only doubles suffering. Acceptance frees up energy for action. Step 2, gratitude. Even in the darkest times, there is something left to be grateful for. A friend who listens, a meal on the table, a breath in your lungs. Gratitude doesn't erase pain, but it balances the weight. It reminds you that life is more than just the struggle of the moment. Step 3, joy in small things. Happiness doesn't have to be grand. It can be the warmth of tea, the sound of birds, the comfort of music, the hug of a loved one. If you let yourself enjoy these little things, they grow. They give strength. Step 4, meaning. Ask yourself, what can this adversity teach me? Sometimes hardship becomes a teacher. It builds resilience, patience, or compassion. It shapes us in ways comfort never could. When suffering is linked to meaning, it becomes easier to carry. Step 5, choosing response. We may not control what happens, but we can always control how we respond. That choice, repeated again and again, builds power. Each time you choose calm over anger, kindness over bitterness, hope over despair, you strengthen your inner freedom. Stories of happiness in adversity. Think of the people who inspire us most. survivors of disasters, individuals who faced illness, leaders who stood tall in crisis. What sets them apart is not that they had no pain, but that they carried happiness inside the pain. Nelson Mandela found peace and forgiveness during 27 years of prison. Ordinary parents smile and keep hope alive while struggling to provide for their children. Countless people find laughter and connection even in hospital wards. These are not fairy tales. These are reminders that happiness is possible even when life is harsh. And those who practice it not only survive, but often emerge stronger, more compassionate, more alive. The health connection. Let's return to health for a moment. Science has shown again and again the state of our mind shapes the state of our body. When we carry joy, gratitude, and calm, our brain releases chemicals that protect the heart, strengthen immunity, and repair the body. Blood flows better, muscles relax, sleep deepens, healing accelerates. But when we live in constant anger or despair, the opposite happens. The body stays in fight or flight mode, as if under attack. Over time, this wears us down, making illness more likely. So happiness in adversity is not just philosophy, it is biology, it is medicine. Why this is the only way? Some might ask, why call this the only way to live a healthy life? Isn't that too extreme? But think carefully. If happiness is postponed until life is perfect, it may never come, because life is never perfect. And if happiness disappears whenever adversity appears, then happiness will always be temporary. The only lasting way to protect health, the only lasting way to truly live, is to carry happiness through the hard times, to anchor it inside where no circumstance can steal it. This is why, in the deepest sense, happiness in adversity is not optional. It is essential. It is the only way to live well. Practical practices for everyday life. Before we close, let's talk about a few practical ways to nurture this happiness daily. Mindful breathing. Even 3 deep breaths can calm the storm inside. It reminds you that you are alive, right here, right now. Daily gratitude. At night, name 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small. This rewires the brain toward joy. Acts of kindness. Helping someone else, even with a smile or a kind word, brings unexpected happiness. Movement. Walk, stretch, dance. Moving the body moves the mind. Rest. Give yourself moments of stillness. Silence heals. These are not complicated. They don't require wealth, status, or luck. They are simple seeds that grow into happiness, even in harsh soil. So let's return to where we began. Life will test us. Adversity is unavoidable. But we are not powerless. We can choose how we walk through the fire. Happiness is not waiting on the other side of struggle. Happiness is the lamp we carry through the darkness. It lights the path. It gives us strength. It keeps us whole. And when we live this way, adversity loses its power to destroy us. We remain healthy, in body, in mind, in spirit. So if there's one truth to remember, let it be this. Being happy in the middle of adversity is not a dream. It is a practice. It is medicine. And it is the only way to lead a truly healthy life. Thank you for walking through these reflections. May you find happiness, even in your storms. And may that happiness keep you strong, keep you whole, and keep you alive in the truest sense of the word.